Welcome all who are waiting. I can't necessarily see you all yet. Thank you, and welcome to this very rare, infuriatingly late SCP reading episode. Greetings of all to K-Shull, 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 and possibly K-Shull.
You remember to oh shit.
No. Oh. Okay. I've made it. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the SCP. Of course. That shouldn't have happened. But it did. Just like many things that shouldn't have happened. Very recently. And we all have to deal with it. I'm Director Archive Labs, as is typically the case. That little bastard is 1048. Today, we're going to remind everyone what they did and why they deserve to rot in there. And then, Haven's putting up a game for raffle. If one of you would like to play Phasmophobia with us, then I should up the trailer for that game for those who don't know what it is. It's a bit late to do that. But I can. Meanwhile, Haven, they should be able to hear you. Wait a second. They should be able to hear you, but we haven't confirmed that. Could you, say something, please?
Hello?
I think they should have heard that. If you did not just
Yes,
hear
they
someone
did.
say hello, that wasn't me, please let me know.
I unmuted the stream just for a moment.
Okay, good. We need some faint background music. I said faint background music. That's a bit better. Confetti cannons are installed. I had to actually disable them when I early launched. Supposedly, Manic Idiot, they've refined Phasmophobia to not eat up resources quite so badly in recent years. They hear you. All is well. Greetings so far in chat. And I might have missed someone. Snooper700. Manic Idiot. Means of Destruction. I think I saw you there. Much of that charity flew past. Please feel free to make a note of this. I don't usually start this late. I typically try to be wait and go live 30 minutes to an hour in advance, and I couldn't do that this time, and I'm absolutely fine. I'm fine. I'm a mature big boy who's not going to freak out over this. Trailer. I need a trailer. Right, catching up the chat. Greetings also to, well, Haven, you're already here. Bishop, greetings. Once again, congratulations on not being dead. If you didn't know it was their birthday not long ago, you might want to give them the same congratulations. After all, we should all be equally happy for this very thing. 11 minutes is an eternity. But it's gonna be fine. Everything's fine.
So long as nobody destroys the glass of the containment unit.
Oh, that's simply impossible. Look, they will dissolve into atomic dust before that containment unit begins to break, and if I even suspect that it's any other way, I'm gonna eat them in the sun myself. Any man who has to say I'm a mature big boy is no mature big boy. But did you have to say that? What does that say about you? I play the Uno reverse card! I hope I've greeted everyone, and if I haven't, feel free to give me grief in chat. I would go back and pour over it to better confirm that, but I'm bad enough. Oh yes, greetings, Kaz. We're starting with SP1048, Haven's reading with me, and again we have an opportunity here for one of you who might want to play Phasmophobia. Saying that it says about me.
I mean, they would need to be fine with me adding them on Steam to be able to buy the game for them.
Right, that's an important caveat. Typically, whenever I raffle off a game and someone wins, I just need a means to send you a line of text that you can plug into Steam and claim the game. Thanks again, typically to Exodus, who I very much appreciate their generous contributions on this point. In this case, you're going to have to be Haven's friend. There's simply no way around it. I hope that's acceptable to the winner. If this is not acceptable to the winner, then you probably shouldn't enter the raffle. But if you would like to play Phasmophobia, possibly with me and Haven at some point in the not-too-distant future, then this is a game you might want to pick up. So, is anyone I've failed to greet in chat? I'm very anxious about that for some reason. Also, as might be suggested by the fact that I was hideously late, I have just this SCP file, so if there's an SCP file you would like read after this, you might want to get that number handy. I will go for the first number offered after I finish this lovely tale. SCP-1048, object class was safe because they said, oh, how cute, and didn't think about it. I'm still very disappointed in the Foundation on this one. This curious entry does not have an image. It's a teddy bear with a bow tie. As you can see, it's not very hard to replicate. If you can draw a stick figure, you can draw SCP-1048. That there is no image here after so many years is again rather embarrassing for the Foundation. But then this entire file is an embarrassment to the Foundation, and oh boy, do they bring it on themselves. Let's get started. I suppose we shall trade off on paragraphs, and I'm thinking for the sake of brevity, I'll just take Dr. Carver's line. Would you care to start, Kevin?
Sure. Special containment procedures. SCP-1048 is currently free to roam Site-24 as it poses no threat and has been observed to greatly improve the morale of personnel that interact with it. This is no longer true. The whereabouts of SCP-1048 are currently unknown, though it's still believed to be somewhere in Site-24. The subject is to be secured for containment, but any creation of SCP-1048s should be destroyed on site, unless further evidence warrants less extreme actions. No teddy bears are to be allowed on Site-24 to prevent any confusion or mistaken identity. Any object that resembles a teddy bear is to be reported to the security team immediately.
You might
This
recognize
is not a
that
joke.
security policy as absolutely just hilarious. Really,
Yes.
are they going to confuse teddy bears that can walk and draw and make horrifying murder abomination copies of itself for one that just sits there?
I mean, maybe it has the intelligence to hide.
Oh, I'm sure it does. But that's not... well... This is not a joke. We have no idea what SCP-1048's full capabilities are. Who knows how many of the damn things are out there by now? Signed, Dr. Carver. Please do take a description.
Description. SCP-1048 is a small teddy bear, approximately 33 centimeters in height. Though, through testing, composition of the subject revealed no unusual qualities that make it discernible from a non-sapient figure. Subject is capable of moving of its own accord and can communicate through a small range of gestures. The subject regularly shows affection to individuals in ways found endearing by most people. Affection is usually given in the form of a hug to the lower leg, but subject has also been observed dancing, jumping in place, and in 2 separate events, it has even drawn childlike pictures for janitorial staff. All Foundation personnel that have interacted with the subject have responded positively to its affection, even D-class with normally sociopathic tendencies.
They just sensed a kindred spirit. Attempts at direct communication with SCP-1048 have not been considered successful. Though it is capable of simple gestures to indicate a yes or no answer, it will often not react to lines of questioning concerning its nature or where it originated from. It is not known if this is because SCP-1048 simply does not know the answers or because it does not want to answer. I've got to put chat on this set as well. Ugh. Sorry, that's a complete non sequitur. I'm clearly in self-recrimination and adjustment mode. It is not
Yes.
known if this is because SCP-1048 simply does not know the answers or because it does not want to answer. Though capable of drawing pictures, it has not used its art as a form of communication beyond showing affection, even when encouraged to do so.
The more anomalous behavior of SCP-1048 was not observed until approximately 7 months after it was originally secured. It is hypothesized that the subject is able to construct crude replicas of itself using various materials, by a process that has yet to be observed directly by Foundation staff. Dr. Kava has suggested that SCP-1048 uses its endearing qualities to lull those around it into a false sense of security, allowing it to collect materials to produce these creations. Currently, there are 3 known creations of SCP-1048 designated SCP-1048-A, SCP-1048-B, and SCP-1048-C. The nature of these creations have been in stark contrast to SCP-1048's general behavior, as all have exhibited extreme violence towards humans.
Maybe drawing SCP-1048 is intentional because it is cursed, and all those who have tried to perish after uploading. If that's so, I can only assume it's because the Foundation had them hit. I really don't think there are any anomalous threats to depictions of 1048. Carrying on. On a redacted date, SCP-1048-A was discovered wandering Site-24 accompanied by SCP-1048. 1048-A, rather. Subject resembles a teddy bear similar in size and shape to SCP-1048, but is made entirely out of human ears. Witnesses interviewed reported that it appeared SCP-1048 was giving a tour of Site-24 to SCP-1048-A. Dr. Carver was called to the scene along with the security team. The security team arrived first and attempted to contain SCP-1048-A. Subject emitted a high-pitched shriek that inflicted intense pain in the eyes and ears of everyone within the 10-meter radius. Ear-like growths immediately began growing on those within 5 meters of the subject, covering their bodies in less than 20 seconds. Every person afflicted with the symptom died within 3 minutes, resulting in the death of a redacted number of personnel, including the entire security team. Autopsies revealed the cause of death to be asphyxiation caused by an abundance of the ear-like growths manifesting in the mouths and trachea of all the victims. SCP-1048 and SCP-1048-A fled the scene before Dr. Carver arrived and have not been contained since the incident, although sightings of both have been reported in multiple occasions. Shortly after this incident occurred, a researcher was discovered missing an ear. According to him, it was removed through an unknown means while he was sleeping. No other victims of ear removal were found, so it's unclear if SCP-1048 obtained more ears from another source, or if it is just capable of duplicating objects or materials.
SCP-1048-B. The subject was discovered by several Foundation staff members in the cafeteria of Site-24 on a redacted date. The subject's appearance was nearly identical to SCP-1048, but it moved in an irregular, jerky manner. Witnesses reported that it appeared as if something was moving inside of SCP-1048-B. The subject made no attempt to interact initially until a burst in its seams revealed what appeared to be the hand and arm of a human infant poking out and grasping at the air. At the sight of this, a female researcher named Redacted screamed, and SCP-1048-B reacted by emitting a high-pitched cry similar to that of a human infant. The subject then attempted to data expunge the screaming researcher, causing massive internal damage. In the ensuing chaos, a security team was forced to redact it, both the unconscious and researcher and SCP-1048-B. Approximately 3 hours after this incident, Dr. Redacted was found unconscious and bleeding in her office. An abortion had been performed on her while she was sleeping, and the 8-month-old fetus was never found. It is hypothesized that the SCP-1048 used Dr. Redacted's unborn child to create SCP-1048-B. Information regarding the possible origin of SCP-1048-B is not leaked to the survivors currently undergoing therapy for the incident with SCP-1048-B, as Dr. Kawa believes it would be extremely detrimental to their recovery.
We might observe right now that once again this is a very colossally incompetent iteration Foundation, an absolute clown show. Reckless in the first place letting the bear loose, and then clearly really absolutely shit at adapting because it had time to steal an ear, make a murder ear bear, and apparently also had time to rip out a woman's unborn baby to make another murder bear, all before it was properly countered. Do they not even have proper closed circuit surveillance footage? How? SCP-1048-C. Subject resembles a teddy bear similar to SCP-1048, but composed entirely of rusted metal scraps. Subject was first cited unredacted date by Dr. Carver in his office while writing a report on the 1048-B incident. Subject fled the room when it noticed Dr. Carver observing it. In the attempted pursuit of 1048-C, Dr. Carver witnessed the death and maiming of 9 Foundation personnel as the subject exhibited extreme violence during its escape. SCP-1048-C has not been encountered since this initial sighting, and is unknown whether it still resides somewhere within the facility. The origins of any materials possibly used to construct SCP-1048-C by 1048 is also unknown at this time. Phil, I'll take the next Carver line. To that.
Sorry. Yeah.
No, carry on.
Oh, Addendum 1048-1. SCP-2295 is similar, but nearly antithetical. I don't know that word. To SCP-1048, attempts to establish a common origin are ongoing. Extreme caution is to be taken if SCP-1048-A or SCP-1048-C are encountered again. You wanted the Dr. Carver line,
That's
right?
right. I just had a sudden idea. I cannot stress this enough. The damn thing jumped right through those poor people. On top of all this, it is said that they somehow weren't able to contain 1048. And they weren't! It is, however, contained, and the variants are no longer an issue. I would like to think this bought us some credit from the Foundation, but probably not. This particular segment of the Foundation, after all, is clearly, staggeringly, shockingly, embarrassingly incompetent. And I'm guessing Dr. Carver is a significant part of that. That is it for the first SCP. Now you know what that little shit is and why it deserves to be where it is for the potential heat death of the universe, or big crunch, or some variation of the like. Unless it dissolves first, which I'm personally holding out hope for. And this place is in shambles. Yes, my curio cabinet is a bit cluttered, I grant, but it's good stuff. I'm not parting with it. Important souvenirs, you know. Okay. Do we have a request for an SCP file? I'd like to remind you once again, we are giving away a copy of Phasmophobia. Kaz seems to have signed up for it, although I guess Kaz already had Phasmophobia.
He has, and he has played with us several times.
Well, that's would explain why I was pretty sure of it. If someone doesn't have Phasmophobia and is on the Arclabs Volunteer Reserve Discord server, it's a fun game. A bit insane, but fun. And it's being revamped all the time. If you would like to enter the raffle for Phasmophobia, we have no entrance yet. It could be yours. Like that, provided you're willing to be friends with Haven on Steam. And you should be. They're good people. We do, however, meanwhile, have a SCP request file.
It's another cute one.
8668. I'll try and hold its cuteness against it. I don't trust cute. And 1048 is one of the reasons why. But only one.
It's a
Meanwhile,
doge.
Thank you for your request. Okay, sure.
You could say it's adorable.
Yes. You could say that. And have. SCP-8668 containment class safe. As rarely as they get these rates. I hate reading additional classes after safe because they get those three wrong so often. Do we even want to figure out if they're right about dark or notice? Probably not.
I mean, I'm guessing that like as long as you like keep an eye on it, it's safe. That's what they mean.
Well, no, safe means you can put it on a shelf. And if this thing's moving around on its own, then they've already gotten it wrong. This would be Euclid, then. If it has a will of its own, if you put it on its shelf and it wanders off the shelf to go get a drink of water, that's Euclid. That's not safe. It might not be a hostile Euclid, but it's still Euclid. Safe means you put it on a shelf, and you don't touch it. Then from here until the end of time, it's just going to sit on the shelf. That's safe. It doesn't matter if it, you touch it and not pops a genie that grants you wishes. Actually, that would make it Euclid, because then it would have a wheel at that point. But suffice to say, if it's not activated, sitting there, if you touch it and it causes you to just have wonderful, feel-good, fuzzy feelings, or if you touch it and it causes your eyeballs to be launched immediately out through your rectum, so long as it doesn't happen unless you touch it, it's safe. Which, by the way, means that just because it's safe doesn't mean you should touch it. In fact, probably best not to. Carrying on. Special containment procedures. SB-8668 is contained within a standard domestic animal enclosure at Site 58. SB-8668 must be fed twice a day and walked once a week in accordance to its standard care schedule. Any personnel in charge of walking SB-8668 are to carry a biohazard containment bag with them at all times during the walk.
Should SCP-8668 vomit at any time within or outside of containment, the contents should be placed in a biohazard containment bag and brought to Site 58's Zoological Studies Department for further review, alongside a member of the Foundation's legal team.
And by the way, Kaz, that's why cats are not typically allowed to wander around Foundation sites. Pets typically aren't allowed to wander around Foundation sites. Strictly speaking, a Foundation site shouldn't be allowing anything to be wandering around, which is a further demonstration of exactly how intellectually bankrupt the handlers of 1048. Carrying on. Description.
I'm not seeing Cass anywhere in the chat.
No, Casbah, and I believe they're using
a
different chat. While we're on a tangent, if you're on the Archlabs Vault Reserve Discord server, One Metro just made a custom emoji, the first to be applied to the server. Why? Because I didn't really think about it terribly hard, didn't know how to, and kept on forgetting. There's an emoji now. Also, there are 98 slots for more custom emojis. which I don't intend to fill personally, but I might just by thinking something really, really funny. Oh, Kaz is in the green room. Does it imply, Kaz, that you want to be reading lines? Confirm that in a moment. Meanwhile, where was I? Description. SCP-8668 is a golden retriever of indeterminate age, while SCP-8668's specific age is unknown. First-hand accounts of the anomaly date back to as early as 1825. Physically, SCP-8668 is comparable to an average golden retriever between the ages of 10 and 11.
Whenever SCP-8668 vomits, it produces a document containing legal mandates. These texts are often poorly constructed, containing numerous grammatical errors. While the laws presented in these texts are often nonsensical in nature, the text itself contains clear action plans for the enforcement of the law, with few, if any, loopholes that could be exploited by malicious actors. You could in fact say that this is an old dog within the field of law.
A very, very old dog. With few, if any, loopholes that can be exploited by malicious actors. Wow, that is some truly impressive dog vomit-based legislation there. I look forward to reading some of these laws. Real quick though, and with warning, you're all about to meet Kaz. Hi, Kaz. Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome.
This, if you're wondering where this came from, is Casbah, or Kaz, as we more commonly know them. Would you like to
That
take
one
the next
lad that one time?
paragraph?
Sorry, where are we at?
SCP-8668. We're at
The addendum.
Then what, so SCP-8668? Question mark? Was originally discovered in the town of Rayfield, Wisconsin. Please tell me I pronounced that correctly.
Close enough.
On August 31st, 1989, where it has been serving as the mayor since 1977. Right. The town came? Right, that's it. Joe over. The town came to... Fuck's sake. To Foundation attention following the televised broadcast of the following advertisement of Paul SCP-8668's re-election campaign. Sorry, the bit there was like the town came.
Let's see. How shall we handle this? I suppose I might handle narration, and you can trade off on voiceovers. Begin video. Footage opens with SCP-8668 sitting in a field. A gust of wind lightly tousles its fan.
This November, your vote couldn't be clearer.
The video cuts to SCP-8668 running down a sidewalk, chasing a squirrel.
Yay!
This will be your line, Kaz. Unless you don't want these, just...
Where does that mic go?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh. Where?
Since the early days.
No, I was chasing a squirrel. Right. Oh, right at the top. Right. Gotcha. Since the early days of our town, Old Soggy has been there for us. She stood by us through our hardest times and guided us through the propriety we enjoy today.
Footage cuts to a clip of 8.
prosperity.
Well, to be fair, this is pretty proprietary. Absolutely no one else has a dog that vomits laws.
Well, I mean, who doesn't love that, right?
I have some misgivings, but then again, I hate government. Moving on.
Licks the top of his head.
Footage cuts to a clip of SCP-8668 and a baby. SCP-8668 licks the top of its head. The baby giggles.
Yay!
Therefore, as early as our
Yay.
town founding in 1825, Old Soggy has never once misled us. Her own charter gave us Rayfield, and her legal know-how has made it into the home we know and love to this day.
Video cuts to SCP-8668 sitting with its paw resting atop a Bible.
Your turn, Cass.
Oh. Josephine Allens, however, would disrespect the legacy. She would remove Old Soggy from the legislature and subject us to laws and regulations regurgitated by outsiders.
Footage cuts to a black and white image of Josephine Allens, SCP-8668's electoral opposition, in the process of leashing a dog. It then cuts back to an image of SCP-8668 sitting in front of an American flag.
This November, put your faith in a tried and true voice. Put your faith in someone who believes in this community. Put your faith in Old Soggy. She's got the law in her.
Video cuts to footage of SCP-8668 vomiting up a document. When it finishes, it looks to the camera and barks. The document's text reads, "Vote for Old Soggy."
What?
Your turn, Cass.
Yeah, no, I did the wolf. Old Soggy, man's best friend. Paid for by the council to re-elect Old Soggy.
Footage finishes with an image of SCP-8668 facing towards the camera. Final shot from video, visually enhanced. Well,
Sorry,
on
rough.
one hand, the suit's a bit much. On the other, at least they did contribute an image. I'm glad.
I mean, it's a good tie. It's a good tie, so...
I mean, it is AI, you can tell, but still. And there's a bicycle in there for some reason. That's like...
Yeah, no, it's
tall.
a penny farthing, like, sort of style, like, at the background.
Not even it is AI generated. Why should that be a problem here, especially if they have so few artists willing to contribute something to the public domain? Most images you generate with AI can't be copyrighted, so why the hell not make that very much a part of these themes?
I'm just thinking about the bicycle in the background. It makes no sense. Like, it has no front wheel, and the back wheel is, like, super big.
This is because
Yeah, so
Old
the
Soggy's
front fell
family was
off.
in the process of refurbishing the bicycle. Look, we write in our
Oh, Old
heads...
Soggy is a dog of many talents.
Well, obviously not them. That's crazy talk. Naturally, it's this family of caretakers undertaking the project under Old Soggy's guidance. And, well, anyone who's watched TV of the past ever might note that the average human viewer spends a lot of their time writing in for various plot holes that arise. This is nothing. I lived through Lost. I saw generations of people from all generations inventing plot lines and theories and hypotheses that they thought Lost was totally displaying. Lost
Yeah, it wasn't great, was it?
full of shit, and it ended like a wet fart. Confirming that no one had any plan.
Hello, Man Squatch. Welcome to the stream.
You just entered the rare very late.
And then I made him watch, like, a comedy.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that whoever wrote the storyline for Lost was the type of person who would go online and see what kind of theories people were saying about it, and if some of them got it right, they would remake the rest of the storyline.
It
And
kind
they,
of seemed
apparently
like
that
that
thing
was
of
the
every
way
other
the show
episode-
was going.
Yeah, they basically outsourced all creativity to the audience. And I'm never going to forget that. Not in a good way. Mostly because the hyper-theorists who had their theories about what Lost was totally all about as only they could understand, big-brain bastards, were very
Wait, is that actually a
unpleasantly
thing?
insistent about how they were the only ones who really knew, and you had to be a complete simpleton to say that they're just pulling this shit out their ass every episode.
Oh, of course, right.
It was very hard for me to remain pleasant after the final episode. I wanted to be a lot meaner. But that's getting way off track. We must finish this. Haven, perhaps you'd like to get us back on track with this next segment.
Yes. Following this broadcast, Foundation agents were sent to Rayfield to recover SCP-8668. It was discovered in the town's mayoral office in the middle of drafting a new bill, allowing agents to confirm its anomalous nature. It was taken into containment on August 14th, 1989, and the citizens of Rayfield, Wisconsin were amnesticed.
I think we'll trade off on the
Amnesticized.
Amnesticed.
well, they misspelled their own processes.
Oh,
They
that's
Yeah.
yeah.
I did
I have
Below its
dyslexia, okay.
abbreviation list of laws and legal mandates produced by SCP-8668 prior and following Foundation containment. Yeah. Titled.
and description. I will get this part rolling. 1825. Title: Small Town Building. Description: first recorded document produced by SCP-8668. Aside from grammatical oddities, reviews show it is one of the most legally well-constructed town charters in history. This charter would undergo exactly one
you do
revision
way
in the
better.
following years.
1843, Many Write Good Book OK Act. Required all town residents to write and contribute at least one book to the town's library every 3 years.
I would put this dog down for
1856.
tyranny right now.
1856. Pennies go away now mandate. Demanded that the town melt down all pennies and use the resulting metal to craft pipes, replacing the plumbing that existed in their homes at the time. The law mandated that this be completed no later than 1857. Mandate was completed on schedule, and the town saw a decline in bacterial infection in the following years.
Notably, 1857 is the last year that pennies produced by the U.S. government were 100% copper. Curiously.
Yeah, no, because otherwise you're eating the pennies. It's the doggos used to eat the pennies.
Well, that is a good use for copper.
Well, you have to shit out something, right?
1890. Many Frogs Now Act. Required that all residents carry a toad in their pocket at all times. Town experienced a notable decline in mosquito-borne illnesses following this law's implementation. That's dumb.
Just a bit.
We're getting to the best one.
1907, Many Cats Yes Act. Asked all residents to adopt at least one cat. Document notably contains heavy swearing throughout, specifically when referring to cats. In the years following this mandate, the rat population of Rayfield experienced a sharp decline.
To its credit, it's clearly willing to sacrifice to improve the quality of life of the village. I'll give it points for that, although I would still absolutely put it down for its tyrannical mandates, which I assume the punishments are intolerable, such as government. Right, where were we?
1910.
I believe
It's your turn, Cass.
Your turn.
Oh, I thought it was your turn, but okay. 1910. Yucky wash hand mandate. Requiring all residents to wash their hands with soap and water before meals and after using the restroom. It is believed that this increased attentiveness to health resulted in town reporting a notably low rate of infection during the Great Influenza epidemic of 1918.
Oh, okay, sure. No, you didn't read that part. And please be aware, I'm reading more into this than is probably going to be in text. It's just that if you don't follow these laws, much like if you don't follow any other laws, fines, and then if you don't pay the fines, incarceration typically follow, which means that thou must do these things. And that chafes, even if it is coming from an adorable doggo.
And even if it's for your own safety and health.
Yes, I have a education campaign. Make people know that what they're risking. Otherwise, I hate mandates. Okay, carrying on. 1956. Teach Good Now Act! Law desegregates both schools in town and sets forth curriculum based in what were then modern educational practices.
1970. Small Town Built It Part 2. Only law designated specifically to make changes to the town charter. Only notable change is the inclusion of language that specifically does not prohibit dogs from holding office.
1990. Removing yucky strings from house mandate. First law following SCP 8668's containment. Law demands removal of asbestos from all homes in Rayfield. While asbestos received a partial ban in 1989 on the national level, this law contains more complex bans that would not see similar national legislation until 2024.
Notably, this is following SCP-8668's containment in 1999, where it continued to produce new legal documents. These were not forwarded to the town of Rayfield, and actually leads to a certain hypothesis I'm forming on this. 1991, Put Dog Back Mandate! First law directly addressing the Foundation. Law requests the Foundation return SCP-8668 to Rayfield. Following review by the Foundation legal team, a minor loophole was discovered that allowed for the continued containment of SCP-8668.
1993. Make House Better Act. Requires all homes in Rayfield undergo flame treatment and requires that home insulation be replaced with cellulose insulation that has undergone borate fireproofing.
Wait, where am I up to?
1994, the first one.
Put dog back now mandate. A rewrite of 1991. Put dog back mandate. That removes the previously discovered legal loophole where the Foundation's legal team was unable to identify new loopholes that would allow the continued containment of SCP-8668. The Foundation has chosen not to comply with the mandate.
I have to say, it's pretty laughable that a small town judiciary would have possibly had the power to compel the Foundation to put dog back now. 1994. Dig Big Ho Act. It requires residents to dig a large trench that completely surrounds the town, excluding major highways and roads, that has a minimum width equal to the tallest tree within 50 feet plus 1 foot.
(1994).
Go on, good girl.
Good girl, go home. Please, 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 mandate. Outlines a specific plan for the Foundation to return SCP 8668 to Rayfield, Wisconsin, in a way that would allow minimal damage to the Vale. Denied, as it would still permit the town to be aware of SCP 8668.
1994. Work plans send, please mandate. Outlines a new irrigation plan for Rayfield designed to help combat drought weather alongside text. Requesting the Foundation send a mandate to town. Request was denied.
Addendum 8668.3 Incident Report. On July 16, 1994, SCP-8668 became unresponsive. A health examination revealed no abnormalities, and it was otherwise alive and healthy. Foundation investigation revealed that the change in SCP-8668's behavior coincided with the destruction of approximately 60% of the town of Rayfield, Wisconsin. Investigations revealed the town had largely been destroyed in uncontrolled wildfire sparked by drought conditions. After 3 weeks, SCP-8668 was caught on cameras rising to its feet and vomiting out another document. The document's contents have been recorded below.
1994.
1994.
Dog stay in box.
Yeah.
Overturns to 1994 put dog back now mandate, allowing the Foundation to contain SCP-8668 in perpetuity.
Final line is yours, Cass.
Sorry, what am I doing?
SCP-8668.
SCP-8668 has produced no further documentation since.
That is.
Documents.
I'm still kind of
Yeah.
mad at the dog for some of those bills, which did not seem to allow options. Laws that encourage
No,
people,
well-
like offered a tax rebate for every book produced over a 3-year period. Okay, that's awesome. Things like that would have been fine. No, it mandated people had to write a book and turn it to library every 3 years. You can piss off with that. But
Well, the
apparently
last
it's
one
doing
was
its
like
best.
stay in the box, so that's where I was at.
Well, that's because its precautions to keep the town from being burned down in a wildfire were prevented from going into effect by the Foundation, who really should have, Foundation would
But
not care.
between Doggo and Cat, everyone loves the box.
Not the people.
And I just realized what I said.
Well, that brings it up to, I would say, about a close, but I feel I owe you, the viewer, another 15 minutes or so. I suppose now's the time to stress we are offering a game for raffle here. Did anyone wish to play Phasmophobia? I play Phasmophobia with Haven and others, not regularly on the Discord server.
Oh, Keishal will join the raffle.
Well then. Was there anyone
We
else?
have one person.
Hello there.
I was a bit concerned this could happen.
Yeah, it's been a very popular game for many years, and it is also a game that we played quite a bit on the server. So many people already have it.
Well, Casual, I'm thinking you're going to need to befriend Haven on Steam in the near future. I don't anticipate many other entrants into this raffle. Man Squatch? Nexus is already in the game. If you're on the Discord server in particular, this is how you join in the game we're playing. Just tossing out there. We usually have close to full team, so it's not critical. Okay. Keishal.
Well, and then Keishal left. Alright.
Keishal's the only one in the raffle for Phasmophobia.
Oh, now we got 4.
If we're playing next, which I suppose I am up for, although... Yeah, I seem to have inadvertently wandered into committing this. Why not? Okay, well, after the stream, Phasmophobia then, I guess.
Right.
Congratulations for winning the raffle, Keishal.
So sadly can't join us. They don't have Steam.
They don't have Steam?
Yeah.
The fuck's a Steam? Ha 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 ha.
Oh my god. Why are you so cringe?
Because I had to be.
So many things I could say.
Oh shit, I think I killed Doc.
So I shouldn't. And so I won't. You know, I'm thinking I'm just going to do a random SCPJ. Because, after that, we can press random and then see about getting Keishal a copy of Phasmophobia.
Nexus Hunter asked about 429J.
429J, eh? Why not?
Let's see, I don't see it.
That is from the site. 120 director. Well.
There is no 429. I looked on the list, there is no 429.
Yeah, 420J.
Oh.
444J.
Oh, 420.
Scroll down a second.
Oh,
Balls.
We found 420. I had a feeling this is what he was going for.
Balls.
SCP-420J. I'm pretty sure we've done this before, but we also did 1048 before. I suppose this is a remedial stream, and considering it's also a shamefully late one, that feels weirdly apt. SCP-420J, object class, awesome.
Hey man, that's not a real class. You gotta make it safe or something.
Totally safe.
Object class, totally safe.
No, I don't say.
Special
Totally
containment procedures.
We kept it down the room, the bloody basement building at site. Beep. What are you doing, man? You can't just tell everyone what they're fucking doing down there, because then there's everyone else gonna want to come over.
You know what?
Get some,
for greatest authenticity, I vote that this just Kaz and we just listen for.
Yeah.
What?
You're the only
Carry
one
on.
of us who's ever been high. Carry
Hey,
on.
you can't say anything like in the fucking articles, man. Oh, fucking doctor. Tell me the.
Just carry on.
Off you go.
You got this.
What, the whole thing?
You nailed it.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Compete, Kaz.
Okay, so I got this stuff. we were down in Jamaica. Really strong stuff. Fuck, this was designed for me. Why did you do this? With lots of blues and red mixed in. Good. Man. Nice shot. Me and the fucking...
Good shit, man.
We were smoking that good stuff down there. And Skinny. And then our mate says he's like hey man, we should take this stuff back and send it through. But machine thing though changes things and makes things better. And I said that was an interesting and or excellent idea. And so we did. I should probably actually read this properly.
Really, you're nailing it.
We tried it.
Neither of us.
Man, we tried it on very fine first, and whoa, we were laughing for weeks. Sucks what happened to retard. Still funny as fuck though. So we get this really good shit out of the machine, and me and Morty try it out, and we're like, whoa, man, that's some excellent shit. But then we used to pull it all up and didn't have any left but the seeds. And we figured, well, fuck, we couldn't just get rid of it. So we decided to plant them, grow them. And then make money. Like, hey man, what about that dirt you were, like, dirt farming? Grow real fast? And I said, that was an excellent idea. So we went and got gnome dirt and planted the seeds in it. And wow man, that one time at band camp,
the improvisations, it all just dovetails so perfectly. I mean, I
Yeah.
could stand this.
sorry, I had to sidetrack way right there. It's like, what the fuck?
We have a few test files here. Kaz, I think you would be absolutely perfect for them all, but perhaps we would like to trade off.
No, we'll switch
which
it up.
one? Which one?
We'll switch it up.
We'll
Guess.
switch on this one. I think I'll start Haven takes test 2, and then you take test 3, thus confirming that you certainly have the best. Greetings in chat, Snuckles. And Snuckles is joining the raffle. This is an unusual raffle, Snuckles. I don't know if you have heard the details. This is not one of my usual raffles where I just need to send you some text. This raffle, should you win it, you will need to befriend Haven on Steam, as they are purchasing the game in question for the winner, that being Phasmophobia, which you could then play with us on the Arclabs Volunteers of Discord server, as we do on occasion, and probably will at the end of this file. As for Search the Obscure Arena FPS, I probably would enjoy that. I just probably wouldn't enjoy installing it. As you've already observed, Metro, I'm lazy, and multiple steps that I'm unfamiliar with scare and confuse me.
Yes.
Experiment log, test 1. We should give some of this shit to that big lizard thing. It'll totally mow him. Signed, Dr. Chad. Yeah, man, but when
Ends
he
with
gets
T.
the munchies. Signed, Dr. Matthew. Test 2.
Test 2. Man, I gave some of this shit to Josie and she chased her tail for like 2 hours. Dr. Chad. Note, animal testing of SCP-420J is no longer allowed. Junior researcher Russell has been identified in security footage fleeing site redacted in a stolen maintenance vehicle with SCP-420J affected canine. Further research pending. Signed, Dr. Jones.
Test 3.
Dr. Jones, Dr. Jones. We should totally give some of this shit to fucking Iris, man. Dr. Cunt, fucking man. Quit trying to get me laid with that bitch. Fucking Dr. something?
SP-105. Test 4.
Oh man, let's give some of this shit a go. Oh wait, what's that? Is that his face? That's Kick-Ass guy. Doctor. C word again. I said, gentlemen, your SCP-420-J certainly causes one to experience the most extraordinary of sensations. This, sirs, is indeed quite excellent fucking bullshit. Do that, Barry Jane.
Feel free to finish out test 5, Cats.
Oh yeah. Hey man. Whatever gave you some of this bit of bullshit? That was freaky and scrolls. Statue thing. Doctor. See, instead of Dr. Jones, Dr. Cunt, Dr. Cunt. Why, man? He's like already stoned. Dr. Mary Jane. Upon discovery of these extremely unprofessional behaviors, all remaining samples of SCP-420-J have been confiscated. Dash Dr. Cunt. Addendum. Can anyone tell me why Dr. Cunt walked in here demanding stir-fried noodles, pizza, corn chips, and dark chocolate? He was smiling too. What the fuck? Addendum 2. Oh, fuck's sake, man. He even took the stash of my fucking seeds. Bloody bastard. Alright. I know a guy. Should be right. Addendum 3. Where can I score some bullshit? Addendum 4. Yep.
See also extended SCP-420-J experiment log, which we will not be doing. Instead, we do have another contender for this copy of Phasmophobia, so let's switch to random.org, determine who gets it. Oh, well, apparently I mistyped random.org as ramdom.org. Lucky for me, that wasn't an actual site. That could have gone a bit worse than it did, and I should be very glad I didn't tab over to something dramatically worse.
Yes.
That one time at ram.org.
Oh, not just a typo, but ram-dom.
Could have gone so much worse. So very much.
Yes.
Okay. Now we're wrapping
I
up a
mean,
copy
dude,
of
it could always
Phasmophobia.
be worse.
But before I determine whether it goes to Snuckles or K. Show, I think I should play a trailer for Phasmophobia.
That would be a good idea. And while you look for that, I just wanted to explain why it is that you have to be my friend on Steam. And that's because one time I tried to buy a game code and it just added it to my good old games library instead of giving me a game code. So that's not happening anymore.
You want to buy from Humble
Cool
Bundle. It's
story.
kind of hard to get a
These
handle on
ninjas.
game codes these days. Snuckles, do you have access to the Discord server? If you don't, do you have access to me on X, the social media platform formerly known as Twitter?
I'll DM you with my friend code and then you just accept. Or like, what's it called? Yeah, I'll send you my my friend code.
Oh, that'll work too then. Incoming trailer for Phasmophobia.
Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me.
Whoever wins.
Incoming message. Standard song.
Talk to me, talk
Let's
to
go.
me.
Get me EMF readings.
Okay, this is it. It's in the room. Did Did you see that? Hello?
All right, guys, gear up. I'm heading out. See you in there, okay?
Maybe.
All right, approaching the lodge. Oh, it's definitely been here.
We're not picking anything up.
Keep your eyes peeled.
I'm dropping it, Doc. Guys?
I've got contact.
We're on our way.
Where are you?
This is starting to freak me out.
We have to regroup. Get back together right now.
It's hunting us!
No.
What happened? What happened?
Whatsoever to ever actually regroup. Funnily enough, with this particular game, one of the best approaches is the otherwise idiotic Scooby-Doo one, where you immediately scatter like scared rats.
Yes.
There is no safety in numbers. There's no safety at all. Unless, of course, you're funding missions so you can spend the entire trip in the truck.
That's me.
Which is tactically sound, therefore I have absolutely no objections, but some grief still feels warranted. Did anyone else want to enter the raffle? Or Phasmophobia? Bishop, you've tossed out your friend code there. Are you entering the raffle for the game? If not, we have, thus far, K-Shoal and Snuckles in for Phasmophobia. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's raffle time! For K-Shoal, highest number, closest to 100 wins, and 3 is not looking very auspicious, K-Shoal. But
Oh no.
it is possible that Snuckles will roll a 2 or a 1. Technically. For Snuckles, 60. Some of these K-Shoal, thank you for entering the raffle. Congratulations,
Wait,
Snuckles.
did Bishop not also sign up?
They post their friend code, but they haven't indicated any interest in joining the raffle.
True.
And I don't assume, or rather I do, but I try not to, because it never works well for me when I do. Well, that's not true. Actually, it works well for me, I would say close to 80% of the time. But when I get too comfortable with it, that's when I make the wrong assumption and something disastrous goes wrong enough to make me reconsider relying on it excessively. So I'm trying not to. Okay.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Snuckles. We will sort this out to set you up with Phasmophobia. If you are eager to play it, there's a very good chance we'll be starting the game just as soon as this stream is over. And on that note, this stream is pretty much over. Thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the stream. Thank you for your patience on my slow start. I will try not to let it happen again, but you know, life. Any final words, Kaz, Haven?
Remember to have fun, or fun will have you.
Indeed. Until next time, so long as progress continues, success is inevitable. Ostensibly. It's my own fault.